The first set is a dark and green one, giving off obvious Fel vibes. We are using 3 pieces of the Demon Gaze set. The helm, shoulders and belt, which come from Hellfire Citadel on Mythic. I always loved that floating helm. It's such an unique looking item, especially for a blade wearer. The gloves and boots come from the Sanctum of Domination Raidfinder set, which matches pretty well color wise. The chest and legs come from the World Defiler set, which you can get as rare drops in Argus from chests in the open world. You can get the tabard from a quest in Outland, and the weapon comes from the Blackrock Foundry on normal difficulty. I'm using the Pristine Containment Pack as my cloak, since it looks like a part of the armor. But the set also looks great without it. Next we got a Blue Horn set, which would definitely look great on a Frost Decay. The items are very easy and straightforward to obtain. It's a mix out of 2 sets from Legion. The helm, boots and legs come from Mythic Tomb of Sargeras, and the shoulders, chest, gloves and belt come from Mythic Antorus. Lastly, the weapon, which also has horns on it, comes from Hellfire Citadel Heroic. The set even looks decent on a Tauren. And it makes the Kultiran race look less thick. Next up is my Bone Decay set. It's definitely one of my favorites, and I'm really glad that I found so many different items that matched in color. Starting with the Gladiator helm from Cataclysm, which you can buy with Marks of Honor in Stormwind or Okrima. The chest is from Dragonflight Sarah Lake Caverns on Raidfinder difficulty. The tabard is from the Rustbolt Resistance. The shoulders, legs and boots come from Tomb of Sargeras, Heroic mode. And the belt and gloves come from Battle of the Saralor on Raidfinder difficulty. Lastly, the weapon comes from a rare spawn in Maldraxxus. If you play on Horde, you can use the Laughing Skull Mask from Warlords of Draenor, and also the Primal Gladiator's Greatsword. And if you don't like the belt, you can exchange it with the one from Tomb of Sargeras. Plus, the Darkspear tabard looks even better than the Rustbolt one. Also, if you have the Herald of Pestilence appearance for your Legion artifact weapon, it would be a great fit. Next we got another green set, featuring one of my favorite helms in the game, from the Dreadful Gladiator set of Mist of Pandaria. The shoulders and boots come from the most recent Dragonflight raid, Amidrasil on Heroic difficulty. The chest comes from Nighthold Heroic and belongs to the Warrior set. The belt and gloves come from the DK set in Tomb of Sargeras normal mode. You can get the tabard from the Tortolian Seekers from BFA. The legs are from a crafted PvP set of Mist of Pandaria. And the weapon is a rare drop from Naxxrama's 25 man. And if for some reason you don't like the helm, this helm from the Emerald Nightmare on Heroic would make a great alternative. Artifact weapon skins are of course a great choice again, as an alternative. Next up we have a bunch of off-color items from the iconic Darkrune Decay set of Ulduar. The helm, shoulders, chest and legs are from Ulduar, combined with the warrior set items from Antorus normal mode. It's providing the set some much needed thickness and third dimension. And those two sets are some of the few items that match in color theme with the Bloodgutter Greatsword, which comes from Warlord of Draenor Garrison Invasions. This time I'm using the blue version of the helm and going for an overall more animalistic look, with the help of the Arctic Warden's gloves and boots that come from the Emerald Dream set of Dragonflight. Besides the PvP helm from Mob, we also use the shoulders from the set this time, for a more spiky look. Combined with the Starlight breastplate from Dragonflight that also gives us spikes on the back. You can get a tabard by doing time rifts in Dragonflight. The belt comes from Antorus Heroic mode, and the legs are from the Necrotic Boneplate set of normal mode Dragon Soul. Lastly, the weapon is from ICC 10 man on normal mode. I really like those leather straps that match in color with the rest of the brown accents of the armor parts. Next up we got a purple set. The helm, gloves and boots come from the Nighthold normal mode set for DKs. The shoulders and belt are from Siege of Orgrimmar Raidfinder difficulty. The chest comes from Warlord of Draenor PvP. The tabard is the Nightfallen tabard. And the legs are also from Nighthold Raidfinder mode, from the Paladin set. Lastly, the weapon is from Highmaul Heroic. The final set is a Horde exclusive one, because the coloration of the PvP items are different for Alliance players, but I thought I should still include it. We start out with the Tyrannical Gladiator helm from Mist of Pandaria. The shoulders come from the DK set of Firelands, normal mode. The cloak comes from Naxxramas. The chest, gloves, legs and boots are from the Legion PvP set. I'm using the tabard of the Transmog clan, and the belt comes from the Halls of Infusion. Lastly, the weapon is Black Ice from Eye of Eternity 10 man. Let me know what you thought about today's sets, and what class or kind of video you would like to see next.